everybody, and welcome to another episode of Muppet Monday! Alright guys, get ready, because we are about to cover two subjects in this episode. First of all, it's probably a good thing that I decided not to film this until Monday morning, because it turns out that last night a new preview for the show became available online. And the reason this preview is so exciting is because it finally contains actual footage from the show! What? And since I waited this long, I get to talk about it. Here's a quick clip.
It's one of the biggest names of all time.
Thanks for doing the show, Tom. Yeah.
All right, thanks, Kermit. From a producer of The Big Bang Theory comes the most anticipated new comedy of the year.
So many feels right now, I don't even know where to begin. I'm guessing this footage is from the first episode because according to IMDb, Tom Bergeron only appears in the first episode thus far. But we get a big list of celebrities that will be appearing on the show. We briefly get to see what the office environment looks like. And my personal favorite, full body Fozzie. Okay, so this basically shows that they're not going to hide the characters from the waist down like I thought they were going to. This whole technique is obviously done with green screen effect, but as you can tell, it's really well done. I mean, when you look at it, you probably can't even tell that this puppet is probably being operated by 3 or 4 people. They've done a lot of green and blue screen effects like this in the past couple of movies, and with today's technology, it's definitely a lot easier to do it than it was in the past. They're now able to do things like, for example, hide the puppet rods and shoot from like really interesting angles, and the sharpness of the effect makes it a lot less obvious than before too. Now, the reason that I feel it's important to bring this up is because even though we've seen this done before as far back as like the 60s and the 70s, to me, getting to see the characters in full body on this series really shows that ABC is going the extra mile to make sure that the character's realism is more authentic. So rather than just shooting mockumentary style while only showing from the waist up, they're actually trying to make it look like they're real like you and me. So now it actually looks like a show with living, breathing characters rather than just having a show that happens to have puppets in it. I remember reading recently that executive producer Bill Prady especially wanted to use mockumentary for this TV show because he wanted to focus on the Muppets personally because there's always been this hunger for wanting to see real stories with these characters. And the main reason for that is because there's always been this perception that they live in the real world like we do. And I am totally on board with this. I guess that's just really incredible to me personally because I knew that the mockumentary camera angle would create a lot of realism, but I didn't think too hard about whether they would actually go for the full body technique too. But they clearly are, and things are getting even more and more real than I anticipated. I can understand why some people would be weirded out by it, but I think that more than anything, it's gonna help the audience relate to the characters even more. Who knows? Maybe we'll actually get to see even more characters in full body form, and the thought of that is actually really exciting. I want to try to figure out how they make all of these puppets work and how many people it takes to operate them. And with this preview, it made me think about whether we would maybe get some more technical advances in the future. I have no idea what these things could be at this point, but you never know. They have a way of surprising us. Yay for technical progression! And one more thing. Was the Dancing with the Stars promotion really necessary, guys?
You walk into a stage full of dancing stars and you bring back Tom Bergeron?
I'm not on the elevator yet.
Yeah. Subtle. Now the next subject that I want to talk about is actually what I almost made this whole episode about. Recently some new information surfaced about the storylines of the first couple episodes of the series. Originally I was just going to dedicate this episode to solely that topic, but I decided that I really don't want to give away any spoilers or anything on this show, so instead I'm going to wait until the episodes air until I talk about the storylines. Still, one little tidbit I found out about deserves our attention. You guys know who Josh Groban is, right? You know, he's that famous singer-songwriter who appeared briefly in Muppets Most Wanted, and also in that Pure Imagination video. Well, it turns out that along with Topher Grace, Liam Hemsworth, and Nathan Fillion, he is now going to be the 4th accounted for boy toy on Miss Piggy's hookup list. New Muppet Show. Why do you keep insisting that I refer to Miss Piggy as a slut? You know I'm not trying to do this, right? This show keeps forcing me. It is not my fault. Well, to give you a fair idea of what's going on with Mr. Groban, I'm gonna read you a little description from the Tough Pigs website. According to Prady, Kermit's responsible for the Piggy/Groban relationship. Apparently, when they were together, Kermit and Piggy both created a free pass list of celebrities they'd have permission to cheat with if they ever got the chance. What? Kermit tries to fix his own tense situation by fixing the two up, and then it just kind of goes into like the episode synopsis, but I'm not going to go into that because I don't want to spoil anything. Okay, so, I'm gonna to be super honest and give you my straight opinion that I kind of have mixed feelings about this. Now, this whole free pass list idea is not exactly anything new. I mean, they did address it in an episode of Friends, and yes, sometimes couples just for fun like to make these little lists for each other. And there are some couples out there that try to take it seriously and decide that they're okay with their significant other cheating on them with a celebrity. I mean, different strokes for different folks, I guess. But I guess when I read this, the whole idea still seemed a little unbelievable to me because Miss Piggy never seemed like the type of person that would be open to this. Hasn't Miss Piggy, like, always been super possessive of Kermit? In the last 40 years, whether they were together or not, didn't she always throw, like, the biggest temper tantrum if she found out that he had interest in anyone? I don't know. I mean, I'm all about exploring new mature grounds with the Muppets, but I guess I just feel like with all the information we've had from them in the last couple of months, this is like the first time I feel like I want to put my foot down and be like, no, this doesn't make sense. This completely goes against everything that Miss Piggy has done to Kermit, all the abuse that she's had towards him. That's funny because no, it doesn't make sense. What are you doing? But hey, maybe it'll turn out that during their relationship they weren't serious about those lists, and now that they're separate, Kermit's just trying to hook her up with someone that he knows she likes. I know that's my opinion, but I don't want to make judgments quite yet. I haven't watched the episode. I want to see what it's all about. I want to see how they're gonna just, you know, make this work. Let's see it all come together, and then I'll make my final decision on the matter. But come on, in the end, should Miss Piggy really be going out with this guy? I mean, he spent hard time in a gulag for crying out loud. Doesn't sound like it's gonna end well. Foreshadowing. And that's basically everything that I wanted to talk about in this episode. Oh wait, no, actually before we close this out, I want to let you guys know that tomorrow night on PBS, there's going to be a documentary about Jim Henson. And I definitely recommend that you guys check it out, especially if you're planning to watch the new Muppet series. Think of it as like watching a prologue of the technical history before the show. I can't say for sure exactly what they're going to cover in this documentary, but if you want to see the trailer, then I will include the link down below in the description. Definitely check it out. Sounds like it's going to be super informative, super heartwarming, super amazing, super all that wonderful Jim Henson stuff. And don't forget, the new series is premiering on the 22nd next week. And that means we only have one more Muppet Monday before the show starts! So anyway, those are my thoughts on the new preview as well as the information regarding Miss Piggy's new boy toy. So now my question, as always, is what do you guys think of the new preview and Miss Piggy's boy toy? Go ahead and leave your comments below and be sure to let me know if there's anything specific you want me to address in the next Muppet Monday. Thank you so much for watching, and please be sure to subscribe to my channel and my vlog channel, and I'll see you guys again real soon for some more reacts, reviews, and Muppet Mondays. Bye, Adorkable Baddies!